One game I've really been looking forward to this year is Agents of Mayhem, which is being developed by the same studio that has worked on the Saints Row franchise. Oddly enough, I did some digging into the Saints Row games and found something pretty interesting. As some of you may know, THQ was the original publisher of the franchise, however they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy back in December of 2012. In doing so, this caused them to sell all their properties at auction. And before we move on any further, I just had to point out how many good titles THQ originally had. There was Evolve, Homefront, Metro, South Park, 1666, and of course their biggest franchise, Saints Row. Now, here's the interesting part. Deep Silver acquired Volition and the Saints Row IP for $22.3 million, which is a fair bit of money. However, the second highest bidder was Ubisoft at $5.4 million. So Ubisoft actually was trying to buy Saints Row, which makes sense because it's a title that competes against their open world games, but they only offered around $5 million for it, which is kind of surprising, although Ubisoft did pick up THQ Montreal and South Park, so they definitely walked away with something. This whole thing got me thinking though, what if Ubisoft actually had the rights to Saints Row? Now real quick, I just want to say I'm glad this didn't happen because competition is a good thing and I don't want one studio making 80% of open world games. But hypothetically, let's just say it happened. Honestly, Saints Row 4 would most likely be the same with a few minor tweaks. I mean, the game was already in development for quite some time when Deep Silver acquired it, so it's not like Ubisoft would change all that much. I mean, maybe they would add a little more microtransactions, but that's basically it. The real changes would start happening after Saints Row 4. For example, we would probably have a Saints Row 5 already, and if Agents of Mayhem was still being released under Ubisoft, it would most likely be called Saints Row Agents of Mayhem because, I mean, it's Ubisoft, they're gonna milk the franchise. As far as the games go specifically, I would hope they would just let Volition do whatever they want, but realistically, Ubisoft would try to make them incorporate their formula by adding radio towers or things like that. With that said though, I think the jokes and humor would still be there because Ubisoft has South Park, which is basically the same when it comes to making dark jokes and humor like that. But yeah, I just found this whole thing to be interesting. Again, at the end of the day, I'm happy Deep Silver have the franchise because competition is always good. Ubisoft has plenty of open world games and they didn't need to buy another one. As always though, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all later.